What's going on, everyone? So I hope everyone's having a good day wherever you guys are. Today I want to talk to you guys about semen retention and how it impacts society and us as individuals. So I'm starting to reach longer days, right? This starts to happen when you start going above 50. I just hit like 50, 53 days. I start to notice this. I've always been more of a deep thinker, but I start to notice the further I go out, the more things become apparent. And I think this is the whole clarity the clarity and vision people start report that they start to see. A lot of it comes from your chakras. I'm gonna make another videos on that later with the chakras, how semen retention affects each chakra. And that's how you start to build this energy, which is the lower chakras. You start to build this confidence, this groundedness, this sense of calm and clarity, which is going to be higher chakras, right? So I'll get into that in another video. But today I want to talk to you guys about how semen retention affects society. So you see right now how society is huge on porn, sexual energy, and it's just people are draining themselves, just leaking. Everything is overly hyped, hypersexual, and you see how society's played out. Everyone is looking at each other in a certain way, right? This is affecting society, and this can affect us. So those of us who have been addicted or we've been on porn, then you see how it changes the brain chemistry. You see how it changes your perspective on people, how you view people. It may affect us how awkward we are, or social anxiety that we get around social events or out in public. You see, so imagine a society where we're empowered with semen retention, because what semen retention does is so many different layers that it affects: physical, metaphysical, energy, emotional, mental, your soul level.
When I hear that in the brahmachari way of life, just the physical abilities, the energy levels that these people have. There's that mountain right there, and which would probably take me, what, 6-7 hours?
No, no,
8
no.
hours?
You could do it in 3.5 hours. They'll do it in 35-40 minutes.
It affects so many different areas, and I look at it as you have a society built more on, we say, more of a pure anxiety, pure minded. You're not looking at things in a lustful, perverted way, but in a more, what spirituality is sort of having a dirty plate, which is your mind, and trying to cleanse it the best way possible, which is through meditation. So I feel a semen retention would really help elevate a society into more productivity or maturity, getting things done in a more righteous, say moral and productive way, just higher caliber, higher functioning society is how I see it. Look how in the yogic culture we have brahmacharis, and they barely sleep and they're working all the time. They just have all this energy, they want to work. In this society, I hear a lot about they don't want to work, they're lazy, they're sort of confused, they're looking for purpose, and I just feel semen retention would give all those things the purpose, clarity, all this energy, less lethargic, a healthier lifestyle. You're naturally going to be drawn to healthier foods. So I think semen retention empowers the individual, but in the bigger scheme, the bigger picture is society as a whole. And that's why maybe porn can be so detrimental and bad to society. I don't want to judge too much on how society, because not everyone's going to use it with the same purpose. But ideally, if you had a society that was semen retention, you'd have more of a healthier masculinity. We would have less men who would be confused, depressed, anxious. They would know what to do, where they want to go in life. And again, this can come from the chakras or just the energy that's building up in your body, because your body is made up of energy centers, and energy is information, frequencies. How I'm communicating is a sort of frequency that you pick up and you can understand. So you see somebody walking and you can instantly pick up the frequency at where they're walking, and you understand this person is walking like this or like that, and information. You're picking up information. So a person's walking, you're picking up information, because frequency is information, and we pick up with our brains this frequency, this information. So the way someone walks tells us a lot of information. So Semen intention is building up this energy and building up this vibration, and it's helping us elevate our frequency. So imagine a society that were to do this a lot higher frequency. And it's something I want to harp on too, is the masculine leads the feminine. That's how the dance, masculine and feminine. And so the roles could be getting reversed and causing issues in the dynamics, sexual dynamics, and within relationships, within ourselves. And even if you have a healthy dosage of masculine, let's say you have masculine power, it can also become toxic if not dealt and directed in the right way. Masculine is a guidance and direction. But what if you're directing society in a not resourceful manner? What if you're not directing them in a good way? So this, if you think about, Semen intention helps you become more purposeful, driven, and gives you energy, right? So, and clarity and vision. So if you have that, whenever you have a feminine partner, you can direct them and guide them in a right manner. Because, you know, I've heard other videos and they say, well, the masculine leads the feminine. I understand that, and I would agree. But just because it's masculine doesn't mean we're going to direct them in the right way. But that's what we would want to. Because you can have a toxic sort of negative vibrational masculine energy and create dysfunction and more negativity into another feminine. Then you have as a whole another cycle, you know, when it comes to cheating, when it comes to manipulation, that can lead to a lot more issues and karma, and that's a whole nother topic. So I feel that Semen intention really helps you, give you a strong sense of direction of what is right or what is wrong for you. And if you start to step out of alignment, you will start to notice. You're not going to feel as energetic, feel as right. You might start, you're going to feel it. You're going to instantly feel it. You might start forgetting things. You might start running late in certain things, because it's the universe trying to guide you back to alignment. So if we go outside of alignment, we're going to start feeling this sort of turbulence to get back on track. So that Semen intention is very powerful. Like I mentioned, it's going to increase your intuition. It is not just you have all this energy. It's a certain type of intelligent energy. Again, it comes with the chakras. You have the lower ones and the higher ones, which is going to be more spiritual, and that's what's going to be leading you on your path, and you're going to know what's right or wrong. So it's very powerful stuff, and I'm going to continue making these videos, short little videos, because the higher you keep going, you're going to start to it becomes more of a spiritual journey. The lower days you're still like in a lower sort of nature. You know, you have more urges. You still start to view the world with a certain perspective. And the higher you go, you start to reach of your higher mind, your higher nature, and you start to see things in a more pure minded way. So that's another thing, you know, you can have you can use Semen intention for different purposes. A lower nature, the human body can be a little bit more animalistic in nature and go more for, you know, more busting nuts. You can do that. That's one way to do it. And you have a higher nature, which is more, let's say, a spiritual sort of society that can do it, you know, more of a yogic culture type of thing. And, you know, these are just ideas. These are just thoughts that I'm sharing with you guys. By no means am I telling someone you have to live this way, you have to do this way. It's just things that come to mind that I observe, and I wonder, what if things were like this? What if things were like that? And I want to share with you guys to help you maybe stimulate some thinking, and, you know, if you needed to hear something, or just curious, because I just observe things. I just observe people, and I get curious and I start thinking stuff. So I just want to share back with you guys these thoughts, and let me know what you guys think. If you thought about it, what do you think Semen intention would do to a society if hypothetically more people practice it? I really think it would empower society if they all lived more we'd all have more energy, we'd have a higher purpose, functioning from a universal mind and being more productive, being more functional, and being more higher functioning is the best way I can explain it. Higher functioning, maybe more righteous and more, because that's what some intention does. It clears your mind and it gives you vision. It clears your mind. It gives you direct insight on where your purpose should be. And as soon as you get off that purpose, you're going to feel it. It's not going to feel right. If you're spending all this time scrolling, if you're having the wrong conversations, if you're eating the wrong foods, your body will let you know. The universe, the mind, something will let you know. Your intuition will let you know, hey, you're screwing up. You need to go back on track. You need to get back into alignment. So I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you guys on the next one. We will definitely start to see more strength in character, more strength in purpose. We see a lot of anxiety, men that become more feminine, emotional, and not purpose driven, not rational minded, and confused, not knowing what to do with their life, not knowing how to act, how to be, and how to go forward in life. And I think that is something that can definitely be addressed, definitely cured. Say example, semen retention. Like, I remember having no purpose and not knowing what to do, and now I feel like I can't get away from my purpose. And if I start to feel that I'm not achieving and staying on track of my purpose, that's when the anxiety can come. That's when I start to feel off. This is something off. Oh, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do now, and I can't stay away from it now. And I think that is a lovely feeling to have, knowing, okay, I'm gonna get after it today. I can't step away from it, and I'm gonna accomplish what I need to. You just have that. The confidence comes from knowing what you need to do and going after it. Then you just start to feel more confident as you keep going.